All right, so one of the keys, obviously, is creating the fire people. Ash people, fire and ash people. And in turn, what were the challenges of creating that world, to try to ground us in that world before the big battles happened?
Well, to be honest, it's an austere kind of environment, and it's very minimalistic in what you can do from a design standpoint. I think Dylan Cole and Deb Scott did an amazing job of realizing sort of when you look to our own references in clans that exist, but with very little clothing, people tend to adorn their bodies with both paint and scarification and piercing. So that's one of the things they leaned on, and that's ultimately where the design started. Obviously, Varong gets a little extra with her costuming, but because she's such a star. But we did, I think, honestly look at the whole clan as this very bleak but unique tribe that base themselves in something that's, I would say, truly unique on screen.
The Wind Trader sequence, obviously setting it up and paying it off with a fight, was great because there were so many different characters with different paint, different looks. What were the fun characters maybe in creating for that sequence?
See, Paylock was my favorite in that sequence, the leader of the Wind Traders. Okay. And David's face, just something about his face just came through so well, and he emoted so well on screen that he was just one of my favorite characters in the whole movie, actually.
Yeah, Richie loves to talk about this, but there are some characters that you have to fight to get the performance out of, and then there are some characters that just scream right through it when you get them out of the box, and David Toulis was one of those with Paylock. So,
I also love the final battle in the industrial complex. You got the vortex, but also the character. What were the challenges? Any favorite characters from that sequence?
Wow, I mean, it's very hard to say because honestly, Varung just stands out across the board. So it's hard to pick a character above her. So I think that she just was so strong this time, and it was interesting having to start from nothing with her where everybody else was sort of already created. So it was, I think she really stood out for me. But
especially the last moment with Zoe where she loses power. I thought that was very, you could see it in her eyes. Was that something where you had to kind of arc her because she was so strong throughout the whole film, but at the end she wasn't?
Zoe, yeah, she has such an emotional roller coaster in that film, and I think we see a lot more from her than we have maybe previously, which is really lovely to see it play off against Varung. She had that character to play against, and I think that made a really strong storyline for us to work with, which was amazing.
I have a few. What was your favorite, maybe quieter moment in the movie? Because it's so grand, but we like to sometimes ask questions about what was a character you kind of I like this moment, a little more quiet.
So, some of the simplest of coming out of the rivers, coming out of that up onto the stones just seemed like a good breath of air, it needed a break, and just to come out of the beautiful clean water onto the rocks and wash yourself, and well, it was a big part for me. I really enjoyed that.